It's a big surprise to me, because when you get a bike that's worth so much money, you expect a lot from it, and a lot of times you're disappointed. But I thought that this was a beautiful bike. It really feels nice. It feels as light as it is, but it doesn't feel light in its handling. It doesn't shift around too much. Once you find your balance out of the saddle, it rides nicely. It's predictable. It's not. It still feels like a race bike, but it's not a dangerously whippy sort of handling. The lightweight wheels are beautiful. The brakes are actually strong, but there's a bit of a pulse in them, which is a bit disconcerting. And once that's sorted out, I wouldn't see that there'd be any problem with the bike. It's a lovely, lovely bike, and I really like it. It's one of my picks.
Incredible. I mean, you pick it up in your hands, and it's another one of those nothing bikes, but even more so, it is. It comes with those lightweight wheels, integrated carbon blade brakes, which is just crazy. I was very skeptical of the brakes at first, and then we went down our steep driveway, and they function quite well. The bike moves so well when you put down power that it's almost hard to keep up with the bike. I couldn't pedal fast enough to keep up with the cadence or change gears fast enough. It's an incredible feeling I haven't had before in a bike. Also, it's nice to compare it to the other comfort sort of bikes that we have here, because those rear stays are super stiff, and you can really feel the difference when you compare it to the Domani. You compare it to even the Stevens, for instance. You feel the front wheel go through an object, and you definitely feel it at the back as well. A real race bike.
I just rode the Storck, and I have to say we're totally spoiled in this office. It's just incredible. Like, you pick it up and it's almost a comedy. You know, you can't believe that a bike can be that light. It's really amazing. I don't think it's the lightest bike we've had. I'd have to check, but it feels super light, especially when you're riding it. It's got a true elegance to it. The Wheelier, I thought, was probably the best all-around bike, but this Storck had this really lovely handling to it, which is a pleasure. It rides light. You can feel elements of the bike being light in that. I was sprinting at one point, and the back wheel was skipping a little bit because it is so light. It is an absolute pleasure to ride that Campag. I know I like Di2, but the hood shape, the feel of the levers, Campag is back. Even though this has got Storck specific brakes and Storck specific cranks and everything, but the shifting, it's first class. It's really a pleasure to ride. Yeah, we're spoiled totally. Great bike.
Cool. So I just rode the Storck Fascinario, the F0.6, and the first thing you immediately notice when you ride the bike is just how supremely stiff that frame and wheel set combo is. You put the two together and there is zero flex. As soon as you step on it, the thing just launches. For me, it's probably a bit too stiff. It didn't feel like when you're cornering, there's no give on the road whatsoever. It's just it tends to skip a little bit. For a strong rider, stronger than me, I think they would probably love it. For me, it's a little bit too stiff, but yeah, it's certainly inefficient pedaling. But I didn't find it overly uncomfortable on some of those concrete slabs back behind, in the road back behind us here. Didn't feel jarring, just pure stiffness, zero flex. So probably not one for the long haul for me. The main thing that you get on that bike that you don't get on any other bike is the brake system, which is integrated into the frame. The brakes are carbon fiber, basically leaf springs, and V-brakes that have a great feel to them. I wasn't sure how they're going to work. The feel is ultra light. They're very powerful. Maybe a bit of an on-off switch, a little bit difficult to modulate, but I think more time on the bike I could get used to it and be content shifting. The EPS shifting, I'm a huge fan of those shifters that feel perfect in the hand. The movement of them is beautiful. Love it. I didn't think the shifting performance was great on the front, and I think that has to do a little bit with the non-EPS front chainrings. That system is really dependent on specific chainring spacing. So when you have some specific chainrings which are designed to go with it, I think it's a little bit vague.